Yo, what's up guys, it's Aptrix here. In today's video, we'll be finally testing out the Gamehub Windows emulator on a low-end Mali GPU Android device. So the device which I am using in today's video only has 6GB of RAM and it has the Mali G16 GPU. This phone is known as Redmi K50i. It comes with Dimensity 8100 processor, which is not that bad at all, but in terms of emulation, it's not that great as well. Available RAM, you guys will be able to see, even with 6GB of RAM, only 1.5GB RAM is actually available. With that being said, let's just go ahead and open the Gamehub Windows emulator for Android and start testing out this emulator on a low-end Android device with Mali GPU. To start off, I have already made a video talking about how to set up this emulator on a Mali GPU Android device and tested out GTA 5 on a Dimensity 9000 processor Android device. Nonetheless, today we have Dimensity 8100 and lot more games than just GTA 5. So let's see how well does it actually works. First of all, we'll just go ahead and tap on menu. Afterwards, go to the PC section where we'll be importing all the games that I'll be trying out in today's video. So let's tap on the plus icon and start importing all the games that we'll be trying out in today's video. The first game that I'll be trying out is going to be Assassin's Creed, the original Assassin's Creed. So we'll just go ahead and select it and tap on confirm. Once that has been done, Gamehub will automatically start importing all the necessary stuff such as the firmware, Wine versions, DX wrappers and even VKD 3D etc. Now it is not adding any turnip graphics driver because I believe it knows that I'm using a Mali GPU Android device. So you gotta wait until all this setup is completed and then I'll be back. Here we go guys, everything has been completed. So let's go back, and as you will be able to see, Assassin's Creed has been successfully added. Now I'll be adding the rest of the games like Call of Duty 4, Devil May Cry 3, Grand Theft Auto Vice City, GTA 4 as well as the Amazing Spider-Man 2. We'll be checking out how much FPS can we actually get in this Windows emulator for Android. So let me import all the games and I'll be back. Here we go guys, I have finished importing all the games that we'll be testing out in today's video, and let me know if you guys like this brand new camera setup which I have got going on. I have upgraded my camera lens. Anyways, these are the 6 games that we'll be trying out in today's video. Let's start with Assassin's Creed first. Now you'll need to go to game settings for each of the games that you want to try out inside the Gamehub emulator on a Mali GPU Android device. Doesn't matter if you have MediaTek processor or Exynos processor, make sure that the GPU driver is set as system graphics driver instead of any turnip drivers. This is very important because all the games will only work with system graphics driver on a Mali GPU Android device. With that being said, let's just go ahead and tap on the play button, and as Gamehub emulator uses system graphics driver, we possibly can also get pretty amazing performance depending on the device that you might be using. Anyways, we'll just go ahead and swipe back and make sure to enable on-screen touch controls, and immediately you will be able to see we got an error saying that application load error. Nonetheless, let's tap on OK. It means that the game is not starting. So we'll try out the DirectX 9 version of Assassin's Creed instead, and let me show you guys the settings that we'll be using. Resolution will set it as 800 by 600. Other than that, everything else will be default. For example, DXVK 1.10.3 asynchronous, VKD 3D 2.12 and Box 64 0.32. If it doesn't work with 0.32, then you'll need to downgrade to 0.28. But let's try out once again to see if this game boots or not. And here we go guys, once again we are getting the same error, which means that the game might not be compatible. Even though this game runs in the Winlator Mali version, it's not booting inside the Gamehub Windows emulator. So we'll go to compatibility and make sure to set the Box 64 version as 0.28. Once that has been done, in translation parameters, we'll make sure to set the preset parameter as safe and fast. Once that has been done, let's tap on the play now button and see if it works this time or not. And no luck guys, unfortunately we are getting the same error message. So I think Assassin's Creed 1 does not work inside the Gamehub Windows emulator. Let's try out Call of Duty instead. Once again, this is the game which works in Mobox emulator. If you guys even remember that emulator, it was pretty amazing for Mali GPU compatibility. Same settings will be used, system driver etc, and Box 64 version will set it to 0.28. Once that has been done, we'll just go ahead and tap on play now, and let's find out if Call of Duty Modern Warfare works on the GameFusion emulator or not. Alright, so here we'll just go ahead and tap on the yes button. Seems like the game is about to start. We'll swipe back and make sure to enable full screen, and okay, as you guys just saw, the game crashed. Now there might be few reasons to why the Gamehub emulator is actually crashing and not booting any games. The first reason which I think of is Nvidia physics has not been set up. If you guys have used Winlator Mali before, you know that you gotta do a big setup before even starting to play games inside these Windows emulators. But nonetheless, let's give it the benefit of the doubt and try out our next game, which is going to be Devil May Cry 3. Once again, system graphics driver will be used. Let's tap on the play now button, because as far as I know, Assassin's Creed and Call of Duty games are a bit difficult games games to run inside any Windows emulator. So here we go, will Devil May Cry 3 work or not? Let's find out. Unfortunately, as you guys just saw, it crashed as well. The only 1 or 2 games which I hope that will work are going to be GTA 4 as well as Spider-Man 2. Let's just go ahead and try out final small title, which is going to be Grand Theft Auto Vice City. Now the games that are not working do work inside the Win Later Mali version. So as far as I am seeing right now, Win Later Mali is a much better option than the Gamehub Windows emulator. But it can change if GTA 4 boots. As you guys can see, GTA Vice City did not boot. So let's try out our next game, which is going to be Grand Theft Auto 4 Complete Edition. Let's go to game settings, and here it has selected Turnip graphics driver by default. So we'll go to system driver. Everything else will keep it as default because nothing needs to be changed other than game resolution, which will be 800 by 600. So let's tap on play now and finally test out big titles like GTA 4, which in my opinion I think it should boot, but if it doesn't boot then it means that Mali GPU Android devices are just not supported inside the Gamehub Windows emulator, because there is no additional setup unlike Win Later Mali, where you gotta add all Microsoft VC Redis, Nvidia physics and lot more components to make sure that the Windows emulator actually works on a Mali GPU device. As you guys just saw, the game crashed once again, which means zero compatibility for Mali GPU Android devices as for now. I am pretty sure that if someone can make Win Later Mali version, then there should be a chance that the developers of Gamehub Emulator might add Mali GPU support as well. They are not stupid, they are very smart people, and they definitely know that there is a huge market for Mali GPU Android devices. But for now, as you guys will be able to see, it's not working unfortunately. As soon as we launch any game, it just directly crashes. So this, in my opinion, shows that GameFusion emulator or Gamehub emulator does not really support Mali GPU Android devices at all. Do let me know in the comment section down below what do you guys think about the Gamehub Windows emulator for Android. I'll see you guys next time though. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.